I'm going to teach you how to play this intro by OutKast for their song Roses. That's gonna bug me. The first of 6 techniques you'll need is jumps. Start with your 3 on treble G, and then jump an octave to your 5. Now faster. Here it is in context. This is the other jump you'll need. Jumps up a fourth to an octave. Use your 1 on B, and then jump up a fourth to your 1 and 5. Now a little faster. Here it is again in context. The second technique you'll need is a skip cross, where you cross over with a skip. Start with your 1 on treble G, and then use your 2 to cross over, but skip a key when you do it. Here it is with the rest. The third technique you'll need is crossing over to a harmonic interval. Start with your 1 on the B below middle C, and then cross over a half step using your 3 and 5 to the augmented fourth. Do it again quicker. And then here it is again in context. The fourth technique is slides. Start with your 2 finger on the A below middle C, slide up a half step to your 3 finger. Put emphasis on the landing note. This is a series of 4 slides spanning 1 octave. Start with your 1 on the G below middle C, and slide up a whole step to your 2. Starting on the A you landed on, use 1, 2, and 3 to move up by half steps. Now use 1, 2, and 3 again for half steps, this time starting on D. The last one, start with 4 on treble G and go up a whole step to your 5. It's like the first one. And here they are all together. The final occurrence of slides comes after a lick I'll show you later. Last set of licks starts like the last one, but start on your 2 instead. Sticking with 2 and 3, move down a half step for the next slide. Using the one that's already there, go down a half step for the last slide. And here it is put together again. Let's make cookies. Okay. The 6th and final technique is licks. Start on your 2 and 5 on a perfect 5th above A. Use the A above middle C. With your 3 and 2, find neighboring keys including B flat. Play the 5th, then wiggle through to 1. Use the 2 for the skip cross from the first technique. To do it faster, land on the perfect 5th and use momentum to play through the rest of the notes. The final lick is just like the last one, but no 5th and start on 3. Just as I had you do earlier, place the starting finger, then with your other fingers find neighboring keys, including B flat. Since you don't have to skip cross, use your 1 to find the skip at the end. Now that we have gone through the techniques, let's go through the patterns. There are 7 3-composed patterns in E blues. For the first pattern, use left hand 5, 3, 1 to play an E minor chord starting on the E below middle C. After left hand, right hand starts with 1 on D by middle C. As with the licks, place your other fingers on neighboring keys, including a skip with your 3. Start on 1, step up, and then skip up. With your 5, place the octave jump from the first technique, then with your other fingers find neighboring keys. Play 5, down a skip to 3. With your 2 and 5, place the perfect 5th on A for the lick, then with your other fingers find neighboring keys including B flat. Play the perfect 5th, then wiggle your 3, 2, 1, and then use the 2 for the skip cross. Now that you have each part of the E minor pattern, let's focus on how each note moves to the next. Left hand holds E minor, right hand starts on D, step up, skip up, jump to 5, skip down, move to the perfect 5th, do 3, 2, 1, skip down. Here is the E minor pattern in rhythm at a slow tempo. There's time to carefully play every note of the lick. At a faster tempo, you have to come down on the perfect fifth that starts the lick, then use momentum for the rest. The next pattern is in D major. For the second pattern, move left hand 5, 3, 1 down a step to play a D major chord. As left hand holds, right hand is going to enter with 4 notes that seesaw back to E. Start with 3 on treble G. As always, place your other fingers on neighboring keys, including F sharp, and play 3 down to E, and then 4 down to E. Now you're going to move 3 to B flat, place your other fingers on half step neighbors, and then play 3, 4, 5, 4. Now that you have each part of the D major pattern, let's focus on how each note moves to the next. Left hand holds D major. Right hand 3 starts on treble G, down to E. Play 4, down to E. Move 3 to B flat, and play 4, 5, 4. Here is the D major pattern in rhythm at a slow tempo. There's time to carefully play every note. At a faster tempo, you have to come down on the treble G, then use momentum for the rest. Same goes for the B flat motive. The ending of the second pattern sounds incomplete because it goes straight into the third pattern in C major. Move your left hand 5 and 1 down a step to place a C major chord, leaving out the middle note. At the same time as left hand, right hand starts with 1 on treble G, then uses 3 for a skip cross. As both hands come in, remember to only play left hand 5 and 1, and the right hand starts out with a skip cross. Immediately place, then play your 2 and 1 on neighboring keys, including a skip with 1. Use 3 and 5 to cross down a half step to an augmented fourth. Immediately place, then play your 2 and 1 on neighboring keys. Notice that left hand 1 has to get out of the way. Play a perfect fifth on A using 2 and 5 that's already there, and then step down to 1. Do that one more time, and then do a lick with 2 and 3. Here's the C major pattern in rhythm at a slow tempo. There is time to carefully place every cross. At a medium tempo, there is still time to remember to get left hand out of right hand's way. At a faster tempo, the next fingers after a cross need to be placed automatically. The fourth pattern is in B minor. Move left hand 5 and 1 down a step to place a B minor chord, leaving out the middle note. Notice how left hand needs to play higher up on these keys so these shorter fingers can reach both notes. After left hand, right hand starts with 5 on treble G. Place your other fingers, including F sharp with 4 and a skip with 1. Then play 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With your 1 and 5, play the jump to the octave E's. Then use 2 to cross and place a skip with your 1 to play 2, 1. Now watch out. At the same time you return to 2, left hand moves its 2 to B flat a half step away, crosses down with 1, then places the other fingers on neighboring keys before playing the 2-4 skip. Now that you have each part of the B minor pattern, let's focus on the critical points. Remember to only play left hand 5 and 1, and place right hand fingers before playing. Jump up a fourth to the octave E's, and then cross to a skip. When you skip back up, left hand moves to B flat, crosses down, step down, skip down. Here's the B minor pattern in rhythm at a slow tempo, with time to place starting fingers, jumps, and crosses. At a faster tempo, fingers need to find the starting point, jumps, and crosses automatically. The ending of of the fourth pattern sounds incomplete because it goes straight into the fifth pattern A minor. Move left hand 5 and 1 down a step to place an A minor chord, leaving out the middle note. At the same time as left hand, right hand starts with 1 on the G below middle C to start the series of licks from earlier. The first lick goes from 1 to 2. For the second lick, move 1, 2, and 3 up a step and place on half steps. For the third lick, move 1, 2, 3 up a fourth to D and place on half steps. Place your other fingers on neighboring keys. Play the lick, then go up a skip. Now that you have each part of the A minor pattern, let's focus on the critical points. As both hands come in, remember to only play left hand 5 and 1, and that right hand starts out with a lick. Up a step to the next lick, up a fourth to the third lick, and then up a skip. At a medium tempo, there is still time to carefully place every lick. At a faster tempo, right hand will need to go to the start of each lick automatically. The ending of the fifth pattern goes straight into the sixth pattern in G major. Move left hand 5 and 1 down a step to place a G major chord, leaving out the middle note. At the same time, right hand starts with a lick from 4 on treble G to 5. Place your other fingers and step down, skip down, reach 1 down a fourth, cross 3 down a half step, down a step, same note. Reach to 3 to start the final lick on that same note. Place your fingers including a B flat to play the same note, up a step, down a step, down a step, then reach 1 down a skip. Now that you have each part of the G major pattern, let's focus on the critical points. Left hand only plays 5 and 1, while right hand does a lick, down, skip, fourth, cross, same, switch to start the lick. At a medium tempo, you can still place everything but the lick. For that, you have to lift, drop, then use momentum. At a faster tempo, the right hand wrist will need to keep moving down to get in front of crosses and skips. The last pattern starts in F major and travels to B major. To start this pattern, move left hand 5 and 1 down a step to place an F major chord, leaving out the middle note. At the same time, right hand starts with 2 on the G below middle C and plays a lick from 2 to 3. Move left hand 5 and 1 down a step to an E minor chord, leaving out the middle note. When left hand moves, right hand also moves down a half step and plays a second lick from 2 to 3 before seesawing from 3 up to 4, then back down to 3. Move left hand 5 and 1 down a step to a D major chord, leaving out the middle note, while right hand uses the 1 already there for a lick from 1 to 2, reaches up with 5 to D, then comes back down to 2. Left hand 4 shifts to D sharp, while right hand uses 1, 3, and 5 for a B major chord. Left hand plays the same note again, while right hand uses 1, 2, and 5 to invert B major to first inversion. Same notes with B on top. Here is the ending pattern in rhythm at a slow tempo. Fun fact, all the right hand licks land on the middle notes, left out of left hand chords. At a medium tempo, you can hear how each lick leads to the missing middle note. At a faster tempo, the last two chords feel like a grabbing motion.